taking it to brand new heights. Ashes get beautified, stop by and jazz it up. We bring it back to life, taking it to brand new heights. Ashes get beautified, stop by and jazz it up. Welcome back to my channel. It's Jasmine, and I'm back with some more home decor for you guys. If you're new here, welcome. It's so good to have you. I love to do Bohemian and Scandinavian home decor, but I am definitely shifting my style lately away from Bohemian and more into Scandinavian and a minimalist style. Bohemian traditionally is not a very minimalist style, though you can mix it with minimalist. It actually incorporates a lot of elements, color, texture, and all of those things. I'm shifting away from color. I've been neutral for a while now, but I am incorporating still elements of Bohemian. I think just very minimally. I still love the well-traveled look of Bohemian, so incorporating items that look like I got them from a foreign country and things like that, I really, really love, and I'm obsessed with those little detailed pieces. And I love texture. I want to continue to incorporate texture. Something new that I'm incorporating in this video is contrast. If you guys have been following me for a while, I have gone really neutral and minimal in contrast of color. So it was just all neutral, but I'm going a little bit more with the darks and lights combined, which I'm really excited to share with you guys. You can see in the background, if you have been here for a while, that I did get a new sofa, which I'm excited to announce. This video is sponsored by Article, which if you guys have been following me for a while, you know I'm obsessed with Article and I love their stuff, which it's not hard at all for me to share with you guys my love for Article. I've already done that without being sponsored, so I'm just excited that they partnered with me on this video, which I will get into in a moment. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy this video. So here's some inspo I've been looking at for a while that I've really been loving. Is really remaining neutral in color with beiges and whites and all the cream tones, but then also bringing in multiple different wood colors and then texture and some contrast with little bits of darker color. So here's our living room. Before, we have this little dining area, which I've told you guys we never use, and then this is what it looks like. I actually really love it, so I'm not changing it necessarily because I don't like it, but just because I want to do something new. So yeah, our old couch is from Article as well. We love, love, love this couch. It's beautiful. And this is the timber sofa, which I will link this one as well. And then I will show you the one that we just got, which I'm super excited about. So my idea is to get a larger couch, kind of do away with this whole dining area, which we don't really use, bring in a tall shelf here, and then also switch out the rug. And we're selling this little bench here, selling the table and chairs, and selling potentially the couch if I can't find somewhere to store it. I jumped onto the Article website, which is so stunning. I love how they've styled things and shown you how things can look in your space. I knew I wanted to get a new sofa, so I went scrolling through the sofas. The great thing about all their sofas is they're so modern and beautiful that they can really work with any style. They're mid-century modern, they're Bohemian, they're Scandinavian. They can really work in so many different ways, as you've probably already seen. They do have some color options and then neutrals as well. But I knew that I wanted to go with a white sofa, and I wanted something really comfy for our space, so I wanted something a little bit deeper. So I looked for something that had dimensions that were slightly deeper than our current couch, and this Sitka sofa is exactly the one that we wanted. Then I wanted to scroll over to storage and see if I could find a shelf that would fit perfectly in the space next to the refrigerator and the sofa. Since we're using a bigger sofa, something narrow and tall I think would fit perfectly right there. This lignum shelf is beautiful. It has one little drawer in it,
And I think it's just very simple and slim, and I think that this would be perfect for that space. I really loved the walnut color, but I think that this oak color would just be slightly better. I definitely was taking note of all the measurements, which I love that they have those readily on the website for me to decide what could fit perfectly next to each other in the space that I have, since it is a smaller space. And lastly, because it is a smaller space, I wanted to keep the rug also a neutral color. I wanted something cozy and soft that just kind of warms it up for the winter and fall seasons. So this rug was the perfect option. The links for everything will also be down in the description box. And then typically I just put together a mood board so I could see how everything flows together. Okay, so I just sold this bench, so I'm going to clear it off and take it downstairs. Sold it for 50 bucks. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I thrifted it for $20. Okay, so I just sold this table and the chairs. I cleaned them off, and someone's buying them for $250. I'm gonna miss this little nook, but I originally bought all of this for $275, so I really only lost $25 on it, and I've had it for about a year. Okay, so our couch is still here. The article people are coming, but someone's picking it up around 5. So I'm just gonna have them store the other couch right here, I guess, until this gets picked up. The other thing that I really appreciate about Article is that their items ship so quickly. I got my items probably in less than 2 weeks, but then also they ship to the USA and Canada for a flat rate of $49, and there's free shipping on orders that are above $999. All right, you guys, it's in. Let me do half screen so you could see it. So we have the shelf, the rug, and a couch. I'm so excited about this couch. It's very big for our space, honestly, but I purposely picked a big couch because, number one, I don't want to live here forever, and we will be moving to a bigger space, hopefully within a year. And then also, number two is we really love to cuddle, and that couch is really nice, but it's a little narrow, so we wanted something a little deeper, and this was the option that we went with. So I'm excited to unbox it. I don't know if anybody is as excited as me, but I want to show you what we got. I was so eager to open this furniture. I did not want to wait for the other sofa to get picked up. So I'm just going to open it up, set up the shelf, and then clear out that little nook where the shelf is going to go and get it set up. Fun little hack, whenever I build things that come in boxes with a lot of little screws and pieces, I always put them in these little bowls so that I can easily grab what I'm looking for and not lose any pieces. As I was putting this thing together, I noticed even more how high quality and high end these pieces are, and it was definitely sturdy, and the instructions were super simple and clear and easy to follow. It does come with a mounting ledge that's supposed to connect to the wall, and then you just like rest it on top or hook it on top of there. But since I was not committed to where I wanted to place it yet, I did not attach that. The wood is so pretty. I love the way it looks. Okay, so I did find these, which are like kind of beige looking. So hopefully these will work in here because we already had them, and I really love this color. It just is a little bit softer than the white. And I think it'll be perfect because we have a white couch or whatnot. I'm just really eager to get moving on this project, but I have to wait for someone to pick up this couch. So I'm just gonna do what I can in the meantime. It's really hard for me to wait because I'm really excited to open it. You guys, first they said 5, then they said 6. It's 6:06, and I'm just standing here like, please come and get this couch so I can open up my new couch. Finally I'm gonna miss that couch because I actually really did love that couch, but I'm really excited to finally open this couch. Should I be waiting for my husband? Yes. But I've been waiting all day, so I'm kind of tired of waiting. Okay. Let's figure out how to get this rug out. So I got it out of the box, so now I just need to move the box over to the kitchen area so I could try to flip it over. I'm out of breath. This is the stuff that I do because it's who I am. I can't help it. But how freaking gorgeous is this sofa and the shelf? Oh my gosh, it looks so good. So we're gonna take a little pause here and work on some DIYs. So I got this from Goodwill. It wasn't $7.99. I want to say it was like 40% off or something. But yeah, it has like some detailing on it. I really actually like this like cracked look. But overall, I just feel like it needs a good cleaning. Okay, so I just took a poll over on Instagram asking if I should leave this or flip it because I kind of like it, but then I kind of want to flip it. So majority voted to flip it, so I'm going to flip it. You guys can vote. I'm gonna ask stuff like this periodically when I do flips or just need your guys' advice. So you can follow me. I'll put my Instagram here, Jasmine Douglas Designs, and you can follow me there if you want to have input and vote in the moment when I need decision-making help. So my mom has this old bag of leftover cement, and then I also have this old paint can I'm gonna use to mix because I don't have anything else to mix. So I'm just gonna grab some of this. There's already water in here. So for the cement, I do want to mix it a little bit more on the thicker side because I want the vase to have a thick layer over it that makes it look like a unique piece of pottery. So I did spray paint the outside of this vase and the inside just to give it a nice base for our cement to adhere to. This vase was kind of on the glossier side, so the cement was not holding on initially, but once I spray painted it, the cement went on very easily. This also gave me the ability to clean up the inside of the vase, so it just looked a little bit fresher and newer. After the spray paint dried, I added the cement, just painting it on the same way I would use a paintbrush with paint. And then I allowed it to dry between coats. I believe I did at least 2 coats. And I was pretty generous on applying it. I wanted it to be fairly thick.
Throw your hands up, Mr. No. Can he do that? Or just doesn't want it?
Trying to be on camera.
You knew that I would come out.
Tell him I'm single.
Okay, you knew.
Daddy's single man.
Ew.
You knew that.
So I finished covering the whole thing with the cement, so I'm just gonna leave it out here to dry. This is what it looked like after the cement was dry. It was super white, and I definitely wanted it to be more of a vintage vibe, so I did end up rubbing dirt all over it and then dusting it off. And then I just kind of dusted it off with this shirt, like this, to get the loose dirt off. But I don't feel like it looks as aged as I would like it to. So maybe I'll add a little more spray paint. Ooh, I like that right there. Maybe a little more spray paint and then dirt. So I'm using a color called Canvas White by Rust-Oleum. So it's like an off-white cream color. And I'm just kind of spraying it randomly around. And then I'm gonna add more dirt. I really want to make something kind of like this, which I already had on my shelf. I made on my channel, but the only thing I don't really like about this, I guess there's three things. So one, I want it to connect. Two, I want it to be longer so I have more like slack to do things with, like drape it out of a bowl. And then three, instead of this like square shape, I want them to be a little bit more like of a round shape. So I'm going to recreate another one of these, and it's going to be part of my new shelf decor. So my white clay has completely dried out. So I'm going to have to use the terracotta clay, which I would rather not, but because this is what I have, it's what I'm going to use. And then I'll just have to paint them white later. I'm going to rub it around. Don't worry about my countertops, it comes off. I think that looks about right. So I'm going to use one of these little tools. I could use a regular butter knife, but since I have these, I'm going to use these. And I'm just going to cut out little sections so that I can roll them. So I just grab one and then just kind of create a little ball. So it's like a ball, but then it's kind of like flattened this way where the hole is. Setting them on a cookie sheet with some parchment paper because they'll have to dry like overnight. I laid them on top of each other so you could kind of see what I'm going for. It'll be like a little, like a really chunky necklace. So I'm just gonna poke holes in them with a toothpick so I'll be able to string through and then let them dry overnight. Using the color Canvas White. I don't know what this will look like, but it's what I have. So I chose to DIY these, but there are some that you can buy, and I will leave the link in the description box. They're under $30, not super expensive, but I decided to make my own. After the paint was dry, I grabbed a piece of string and wire and just kind of worked the wire and the string together so that I could pull it through. Later on, I did replace the string with some raffia just because I like the look a little bit better, but you will see that in the after shots. The paint did not stay on perfectly, which you will also notice, but it didn't really bother me. So in one of my last videos, I showed you guys how I make these, so I'm not going to do it again, but this is just cement and water. And I just spread it over this canvas. This is just a recycled old canvas somebody gave me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some spray paint. So spray paint in this color, which is matte sand dollar. I'm just going to add it sporadically throughout, and then I'm going to paint over it with mud. just like I did the vases, so that I can get the color and texture that I'm looking for. So since we're renting and we can't really paint the walls with like the lime wash look, I thought creating these large pieces of art with it would still bring that texture to the walls and in the room without having to actually paint the walls. After the mud dries, I dusted it off with the paintbrush, which I didn't film, and then I just went over it with some watery mud just to kind of rinse it and give it a lighter look. Okay, so I found these 2 pieces of wood by the trash can at our apartment, and they're pretty rough, but I feel like I can make, I wanted like a worn out stool with wood, so maybe I can like cut one in half and make it the legs and then use the top as like a bench top, or if I cut it then make it like a stool. Not sure yet, but I feel like this could be something cool, and it's free, so what can it hurt to try? So I just started off by sanding both of these pieces of wood and just getting them as smooth as possible. And then to make them look a little bit more worn out, I did go back in with a little spackle knife and kind of make lines through the wood just to make it look aged. And then I kind of like chopped it at the ends to give it like ridges. So then I just gave it one more once over with the sander just to make sure that nobody got any splinters from it. And then I grabbed my special walnut wood stain, which I already had on hand. I did not have wood conditioner, so I just wet the piece of wood with some water first and then applied the stain, and it honestly went on pretty even, so I guess it worked. I don't know. So I just applied the stain in sections, and then after that section had it on for about 30 seconds to a minute, I just wiped it off with a paper towel. Once it was dry, I measured out halfway on one of the boards so that we could cut it in half. And this is kind of where the project went downhill. You guys know my woodworking skills are really not there, and I try because I really wish that I could, but I just don't have the setup and the ability, honestly, to make this thing happen. My dad tried to help me, and God bless him, because he has no idea how to work with wood either. We really need to create some sort of guide to help us cut straight. But even then, like, the saw just halfway through stopped cutting. I'm not quite sure why. And yeah, it's a whole disaster. So you'll see how it turned out though. Any woodworking experts who have any tips on this, why the saw just stops cutting, let me know. And I will just fast forward you so you don't have to watch any more of how this tragedy went. So I didn't attach it yet, but I just set it up to see what it looks like, and that's what it'll look like. I tried to do it with the legs all the way at the ends, but I honestly didn't like the way it looks, and then I feel like I can't really scoot it all the way over either. So I think I'm gonna do it like this. It's still really uneven, and I'll show you a close-up, but it looks pretty good though. Okay, so from this angle, you could really see how uneven it really is. I don't know why I decided to attach the uneven part at the bottom of the bench instead of just putting it on the ground. I don't know. I was so over this project at this point. I was just trying to see if I could make it work. Then I continued to make some bad choices by doing wood glue on the floor and on this uneven side. It was a disaster, you guys. Do not try this at home. And I'm just going to skip over this part for obvious reasons. So this is what it turned out like. Obviously, it's wobbly. It's not a sturdy bench. I could probably set plants on it, but really no one can sit on it. So I'm trying out a new pole from IKEA that kind of widens the curtains so it like falls better over the couch, because I don't know if you saw, but they were like really narrow. So I haven't moved the brackets yet. I just wanted to see what it looked like, but I think it already looks way better. Like, it just feels more proportionate, like window to couch. The other thing I'm gonna do is trade out this plant and see if it looks better with this light fixture that I had over the dining room. So maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I don't know. We'll see. So these books are from Amazon and I will link them down below. I also shared them in my Amazon favorites, home decor. And then I have these, which I recently just got from Amazon as well. And they're so cute. They don't come together, but I will link both of them separately. And if you like them, you can grab a set. And then this is a vase that I thrifted a while back, which was in a previous video, styled on a different shelf. But I'm going to bring it over onto this shelf. DIY African beads, and I'm just going to drape them here. I want to create some balance, so I'm going to alternate using taller pieces and less pieces on some shelves, more pieces on other shelves. I want to have it balanced. I don't really have specific rules for styling shelves. More or less, I just try to make it feel balanced all the way down. I do want to add some more books on this level. These are the alabaster books I've shared before on my channel. And I will see if I can find a link and put them on. I'm just going to use this recycled kombucha bottle with one dried floral in it just to make it really simple. This DIY that we made in a previous video, just to add some interest there. And then our DIY vase we will put here. And then for this bottom shelf down here, I have this basket that I thrifted for $3.99. And it's woven and it looks pretty unique and like it's from another country. So I'm just gonna put that down here. I don't want to style it. I just want it to be kind of minimal on the bottom. And then up top, I just have our pothos because I don't have anywhere to put it for now. But you guys let me know if you like it up here or if I should put something else. I'm kind of over the terracotta, but let me know what you guys think about that. Okay, so I just got this pillow. It came in the mail today. I was done filming and I was just going to share it with you on the next part 2 of the living room. But since it's here, I'm going to share it with you now. So this I ordered from Etsy and I will try to link it down below. I think there's only one of each kind. I believe they're like, you know, one of a kind, but maybe you could find something else in the shop if you like it. I wanted something that still brought in that like well-traveled vibe of the bohemian onto the couch, but not colorful and super just like minimal. So I feel like this pillow is going to do just that. So I really love the way it looks, and then just how it's like pulling in that dark color that we have going on the shelf, and then also in this art. I love, love, love the way it's looking. Okay, I put the insert in and I'm literally obsessed. Okay, so here's the 2 art pieces. I haven't decided yet if I like the 2 art pieces with the stool or the 1 art piece with the bench under, and I will show you that option right now. I got this little olive tree from Trader Joe's for $10, and then this pot was from IKEA. Here's option number 2. It's a little bit more minimalist with less art on the wall, but I actually really like the 2 pieces with the smaller stool. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. So this side of the living room is going to stay like this. We have a friend who said he would help me build a custom TV stand. So until that happens, this is staying like this.
You know, 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 you know.
hope you enjoyed this video. I am so excited to continue working on this living room. Thank you again so much to Article for sponsoring this video. I am in love with these pieces. I cannot get over it. My husband can't get over it. We enjoy this so much. Don't forget to vote on whether we want the 2 art pieces up or just one flipped horizontally. And then also, do we like the throw blankets here on the sofa, or should I get a chunky knit throw? And then number 3, if you can help me vote on a stain for the TV cabinet. These are the 2 that I'm kind of standing between, the stain of this or the stain of this one. So just go ahead and vote which one you think would look best in our living room. Thank you so much for helping me choose. I can't always bring you guys in on the decisions for other people's spaces, but I love to bring you guys along. And you guys have amazing taste. So please vote down below and let me know. Love you guys. As always, keep spreading the love and light, and I will catch you on the next one.